As you're on your own, but you also have infinite resources. Like you have tutors for free. You have a library that's almost 24/7 with internet, left, right, and center. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody told you this
in
stuff?
yours, in class, I could be using my devices to help me with the classes.
Exactly.
And professors
Take
ain't
notes.
complaining. They're
Yeah, why
not
not?
complaining.
Yeah.
They're looking at you like, oh.
You can even
if
look
you-
up on the
if-
internet.
If you are not paying attention, you're just burning your money. But if you're paying attention and using the devices to help you,
You know, like
then
you
you're
don't
gonna
know
be
a
good.
word or you
So it's
said
like-
something you
exactly. So
understand.
it's like I wish they would have just told us the real side of it, not the kind of trying to scare you into it, like a scare straight kind of things. Like that actually doesn't work. And two, I wish high school also prepare you a little bit more for college, or that college took away the first 2 years of reteaching everything you just learned in high school.
What
It's
wasn't
like-
that nuts
I was
to
like,
do that?
why am
really?
I here for 2 years relearning what I just got out of learning? Like,
Right. Because you've done English, you've done literature, you've done.
I used to in high school. My last 2 years, I did 3 AP classes. I think it was
Holy
AP
cow.
biology, AP Spanish, but it was just a gimmick because my first
Yeah,
language
yeah,
is Spanish.
right.
So it's just I'll take the extra
Sure.
college credit. And I think the other one was AP Math, something like that. It was
Oh,
either
man.
math or history, one or the other.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like,
You had to take those courses anyway.
yeah, I'm like, I got the credits for college, but then I still have to take the classes. So I'm like, what's the point? Like,
Right.
I'm here in college literally learning what I just learned my senior year of high school.
And you
Like,
had to
what are we doing?
regurgitate the same boring
Like, what are we
stuff.
doing here?
Which college did you
Sometimes
go to?
It's Pennsylvania, because I used to live in Pennsylvania, so I used to go, it's called Claring University. Claring University of Pennsylvania. It was a nice place. But again, college wasn't for me just because, for me personally, I'm kind of like
Hands-on,
an
right?
entrepreneur guy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm more of
Well,
a...
let's count
I
'em.
want business.
Richard Branson, Virgin Records, Bill Gates, Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
Steve Jobs. I mean, you could go down the
What's his
line.
name? I think Jeff Bezos graduated.
And those are just the tech guys. What about Marriott and the hotels?
Because in reality...
You know Marriott
I went
hotels.
to college for business. Like I wanted to do business management and marketing.
Right.
I learned that all I'm here is every time I'm sitting here and I'm learning about business, I'm learning it in a book that I could have bought in a library for
exactly.
cheaper than the college prices. So I'm
Right.
like,
I mean,
college is really not teaching you.
No. It's an industry. Right.
So to me personally, if you're in medicine, if you're in law, and if you're in education, I feel like yes, you should go to
Okay.
college because
Yeah.
education. As a teacher, you always want to learn, so you can always teach. Because if you don't know, you can't teach. Otherwise, you're just repeating, and you don't even know if it's right or wrong. Law is because laws always do change, but at the same time, if you read a good law book, you get to go. And the medicine is because you want the person operating.
Yeah, you want to be. Have
But
been
aside
around.
From, yeah, but aside from that, I don't think college should be
No?
the manual. Which now recently is being going down.
Right.
now.
I mean, people do well with HVAC and cars.
I wish also high school would have taught me about trade school.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
wish they
that
would emphasize trade school a lot more.
three
than
quarters of my students go trade school.
college. I wish they would emphasize more the power of trade school than just college.
Those are three really good
4
tips
years
from
you
you.
take in college, after the year on a trade school and you're hands-on, those 3 years of experience prepare you more than the 3 years of college.
Thank you.